even though it seems breast cancer awareness takes the spotlight and all the noise, and we have so many pink t-shirts everywhere and pink activities, another critical conversation for October is Down syndrome awareness.
Right.
Correct?
Right, correct.
Okay.
When we chose this topic to discuss today, one thing that came to mind was the fact that you always look at Down syndrome as terminal, and then when you have somebody with Down syndrome, the person is society has the stigma against that person, and doesn't even go further as only the child, but it also goes further to the parents of that child, think that something is wrong with their family, there's something. But with medicine, we've understood that some of these things come about as the main risk factor is age of the mother, advancing age beyond 35. Then you're at a risk of having a child with Down syndrome. Why Down syndrome? Why the importance of Down syndrome? The idea is that when two people decide to have a child, they share chromosomes. With genetics, we say that this person brings 23, this person brings 23, and then we get 46, and then a child, But in situations where there's an extra chromosome that is added to the mix, so it goes beyond the 20, one person brings 21, the mother brings 24. That's where the Down syndrome case comes in.
It only comes, we're explaining what the causality of it is. But let's take about one step. What is Down syndrome?
Down syndrome, another word for it is trisomy 21, in the sense that it's an XX chromosome in your genes of a child, which then brings about certain genetic traits, which we'll talk about, the way they look. Years ago, we used to call the Mongolian trait, because they look like Mongolians, people from Mongolia, so they have the Mongolian trait. So then we had a name, and it was discovered by a scientist who was called Down. I'll get the right name.
Down syndrome. So it's Down S' syndrome. So not Down syndrome. It's Down's
syndrome. Yes, it's Down syndrome.
Well, production is telling me there's a video that explains these points.
So to talk about it, we wanted to create this. So there's a video I wanted to show before we go on. If it's ready, then we'll go.
Production, if it's ready, Dr. Chris is today's producer. So let's go.
Noticed that people with Down syndrome look a little bit different than people with a typical chromosome count. This is because the extra copy of chromosome 21 alters the course of development and causes some different physical features, although the degree to which these features are present can vary widely among individuals. When a baby with Down syndrome is born, these differences in appearance may be very subtle, and you might not even notice anything is unusual. Even so, most of them will at least have a few of the following characteristics: low muscle tone, or hypotonia, which can make them appear floppy, upward slanting eyes, a flattened face, particularly in the nose and mid-face area, small ears which are typically set lower on their head, a single crease across the palm called transverse palmar crease or simian crease instead of the usual two creases seen in typical babies, a short neck with excess skin folds, a wide gap between the first and second toes, also known as sandal gap, and an inward curvature of the pinky finger, which is known as fifth finger clinodactyly. Remember, not all newborns with Down syndrome will exhibit all of these features, but most will have one or a few of them. Aside from the differences in appearance, living with Down syndrome presents a unique set of daily challenges. Almost all people with Down syndrome will have mild to moderate intellectual disability, even though the degree of impairment can vary a lot. They can often do things on their own, however most need supervision throughout their lives. In fact, Down syndrome is the most common form of intellectual disability in the world. Due to language and speech difficulties, people with Down syndrome might have trouble expressing their thoughts and feelings, leading to frustration or misunderstandings. Social situations can also be challenging. Although they are often able to engage socially, people with Down syndrome might struggle to understand social cues or interpret emotions, which can lead to feelings of isolation or exclusion. Also, everyday tasks might be a bit more challenging due to delays in motor skill development. This means that they might take longer to reach certain milestones compared to a typical child. This might include sitting, walking, holding a pencil, buttoning clothes, and playing sports, among other things. It doesn't mean that they won't be able to do all those things, they'll just take a little longer than other people to do so, and probably need some extra support. Now, if you're expecting a baby...
Well, some details there speaking about the causality of Down syndrome, what it is, what to look out for, and what makes kids with Down syndrome different from quote-unquote regular kids or kids without Down syndrome. Now, Doc, speaking to this, you were going further talking about how the chromosomal contribution from parents of both genders or sexes accounts for this. If we could pick it up there.
Yeah, so with every child that is born, all of us, we come from, our parents share DNA. We get part from our parents and we get part from our...
Doctor, you have a cold?
Yes.
Have you tried some antibiotics?
Yes, I'm on medication.
Not cereal. Not cereal being the doctor. What's wrong with
this? Try and stay out of AC. Just get some oranges. If it persists or you develop a fever or headache, take a mild painkiller. 24 hours later, we can look back at it, okay?
Thank you.
Can you imagine?
Like, I don't know what to say.
Oh, am I wrong? Is that not the diagnosis?
Yeah, that's the truth.
I've had enough colds. Go on.
Yeah, so the problem becomes it's your fault thing. We have that issue where this person is blaming the other person that it's your fault that the child came up this way. But the whole thing about Down syndrome is that we are talking against the whole termination process, where the option is given for you to terminate the pregnancy when discovered that there's no test.
Wait. You are hitting us with a lot of very heavy information this morning, Tomo. So Down's syndrome is when this extra chromosome is present.
Right.
The women and the men are supposed to ideally contribute 23 each.
Yes.
But the women, the mother, the carrier of the baby, in certain instances where there's age as a key factor, 35 plus, contributes an extra chromosome
yes,
to become 47 total instead of 46.
Yes.
And is it exclusively the mother that has the capability of this thing? So I don't want to use the word it's the mother's
fault. No, we are not using that.
So it's only the mother that's capable of contributing this extra chromosome. Now, what are the, apart from the age, why the extra chromosome?
We don't know. We honestly, when it comes to genetics, a lot of genetic conditions, there's a lot of information out there that we don't know. A lot of research doesn't really go into these things. Because, for example, Down syndrome, we don't have the numbers. It's one out of I think 1,000 or so. Or 700 or so. So it's, you know how healthcare is. Until the thing is persistent, where they can make financial sense, they don't invest money into research.
Okay.
Right. So
it's not profitable to know at this time.
Exactly.
When there's a Down syndrome pandemic,
we'll invest. Yes. So unfortunately for us, in our part of the world, in the third world countries like us, in developing countries, we are dealing with it in a certain way where we are able to identify the risk of you getting it, and then certain decisions are made to the mother where the options are there for you to terminate, because the Down syndrome children usually are susceptible to heart conditions. They can have certain heart conditions, right? They can have certain conditions that will make life a bit difficult or challenging, but that doesn't mean that they can't survive. So the advocacy on Down syndrome is to encourage mothers or families that have them to let them live.
Now, okay. Well,
where is that extra?
Where?
The 24th chromosome. Where does that come from? How does the woman contribute that extra?
I'm trying to say that we don't really know. We don't really know how it comes about, how the extra is formed. But for some reason, the person is supposed to give 23, then you end up having a genetic malformation there that causes you to have 24 instead.
So medically, isn't there a way to take it out?
What you're talking about is genetic deletion, where DNA, we go into your DNA and we delete some of these factors from
possible, hasn't it?
Theoretically, on paper, it makes sense to do that. And if we're able to do that, it means a lot of genetic conditions that we know that are predisposed, like breast cancer, we should go in there and take it out before the person
fully
develops.
Okay.
That's where we have to get to in medicine, where we are doing more preemptive. A preemptive strike at diseases, like you start from genetics and you start from coming on. But you see, you only do that, you can do that, but environment can also change that. Because the person, you're talking about lung cancer, you're deleting all these things, and gets the person in the environment where the person is smoking and doing all these things. The risk factors are there. Then You haven't really.
Done much.
Yes.
Okay, but I just want to find.
Oh,
out
theoretically, yes,
if
it should be possible to
Okay.
do that.
But the people are not having theoretical children.
Exactly.
It's practical.
I actually read an article, I don't know if it's China or Japan, where they're getting to that point where they will be able to remove that.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of
Genetic research,
But-
manipulation.
I mean, just by the way, the things people would be able to do if we get to that point, height, we'll be able to alter height,
Exactly.
look.
Exactly.
Complexion.
They're called
Complexion.
boutique babies.
Yeah.
They already do it with surrogacy.
I think they're even doing it with. They started with dogs.
Yeah.
Remember, there's a period where test tube dogs came. It's like specific celebrity dogs. They just looked a certain way. Somebody wanted a cat without hair. There was all that.
We are bored.
We all start helping
as a-
society.
how- as a
Take
human
it.
race.
As a human race, you are
Take
bored.
it
You're tired of
from
being
far.
here.
We are bored. That's why we're buy a hairless cat. To what benefit?
Yeah, because
Anyway,
you don't want to shed in your house.
Then don't get a cat.
Don't get it. Yeah.
Anyway, so you were speaking about the discovery during pregnancy and the ongoing conversations where people seem to be getting advice to terminate.
Right.
Now, my question is, at what stage of the pregnancy is this Down's syndrome spotted? And why is termination seeming like a valid option if the other option is to go full term and it's not a big deal? If keeping the kid is not going to become a life of, we had autism conversation here, and the mother was very blatant and bold and clear with us that if you are not ready to commit your life to catering to an autistic kid, you choosing to carry on with the autistic child and raise it is a dedication and commitment from you forever.
Right.
And she made that case.
Right.
Now here's Down syndrome, where people are saying, oh, we've discovered that your pregnancy has ABC, blah, blah, so we are suggesting to avoid a hard life, let's terminate. Not to compare autism and Down syndrome, but
actually they are linked.
okay.
So you can have a Down syndrome child with autistic capabilities, or with autistic traits.
Can you please break that down?
For example, the child is born Down syndrome, right? Because they have developmental challenges, right? That falls on the spectrum of autism. So they have the same training you give an autistic child, where the learning is different from, I don't use the word normal child, other children. This same Down syndrome child has to go through that. One example is this young woman who was in this movie, Champions, about Down syndrome autistic people. It was a basketball team, and they had a coach who had I don't know if you know that movie. She was in it, and they did amazing. All of them were autistic, and they were on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And some of them were, and she was Down syndrome, and she's the advocate for it. She keeps saying that there's more to me than Down syndrome, right? So if you say it's the same thing with a Down syndrome child, the mother and father or the parents, you have much on your plate to do. You can't put your child the same level other kids in a class and say that you want your kids to be the developmental delays. There's delay to take time for them to reach a certain. We saw in the animation where it takes time for them to reach certain milestones, but with the proper treatment and management of their condition, you don't get there. Because she speaks really well.
So
She does interviews.
It's not a doomed.
It's not a doomed condition.
But it's difficult.
So you see, preemptive. Looking at what the person might go through, you are given the option. As healthcare provider, we can give you the option, but the decision in the end is yours. And we'll give you the options that if the child survives, this is what you need to do.
Macabre question. What do people usually choose? Largely. Let's make people feel sad this morning. Let's share insights into the human condition. Do people choose more to terminate, or do people choose more that they are ready for these kids? In your exposure.
So the numbers are not good.
Oh,
The
okay,
numbers
I'm
are not good.
politician.
So there are three there are three aspects that we realize to this thing. There are those that are looking for a child, and that's their first child.
Oh, so that would be a very difficult decision.
To make. So most of them go to term.
Maybe.
Exactly. And also another thing that is also a factor is means. If you have the means, the money for the the
And
treatment,
nanny, a caretaker for
exactly.
A special school.
A special school, a special nanny actually, a special nanny, because the person needs to understand what you get it. Then they go to term, but on other side, Then
So
we
you
have.
haven't answered my question.
I'll come to that. And on our side, we have society norms and then religion on our side,
Stereotypes and
where religion is against the
traditional
whole
ones and all
termination
that.
thing. So we also choose to go to term. But on giving choices, people usually terminate.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Now, a long time ago, I heard some
Charlie, this is tough.
utter jazz that, when a woman is pregnant and she eats snails or okra or this. You've heard those things before.
Yeah.
Is there any validity to that? Or?
No, no, but think about it carefully. To our listeners, let's just all get to the answer together. For example, look at it. The womb is not connected to the stomach in any way.
Oh, we don't know that. We didn't do biology review.
Yeah, so the stomach, the digestive system,
Right.
the gastrointestinal system is not connected to the womb in any way.
It's entirely
No, but what
a
you
different
eat
system.
can.
Not
No.
Okay, let me say
You see?
consume.
Consume.
That's why you
because
say
it's the
don't take
same way
alcohol
thank
while you're
you, or
pregnant.
don't smoke. I was just going
No.
to
You
say
see,
that.
So
let's just
the alcohol and the smoking forces the respective parts to create certain either toxins or other chemicals
That will harm the child.
travel down there and harm it. But the alcohol doesn't go and sit in your womb.
That's what I'm trying to say. When you drink alcohol, it doesn't go to your womb. Your kidneys and other will digest. They'll try to break it down.
Yes, and then you
and if
end
it's
up
too
with
much
too
of
sugar.
it, yes.
So
then-
still don't drink.
exactly.
While you're pregnant.
Yeah, because you are destroying brain cells.
But doc, they can also ask you when you are pregnant not to take certain foods.
If you have
Right.
an allergy,
if you have an allergy or specific
But in general, to
conditions,
say snails, don't eat snails, don't eat.
unless if the person
okra
allergic
soup.
to, if the person
Don't
allergic to
eat this.
snails, there's no reason why we
Even
tell
if the
them to-
child was.
Oh no, but did they say you should not eat okra soup?
No,
I'm sure
that
he's
it's a
heard.
stereotype.
stereotype that
I've not
anything-
heard
So,
that.
Yeah, no,
anything that draws.
I've not heard that.
They feel like anything that draws.
Anything that draws.
Oh, it's
Remember, like, to-
because of that,
to
you
cause-
bet a
yeah.
child with Down syndrome.
No, some sources say it can cause a miscarriage, like to cause the expulsion of the baby because of.
You've never heard any of those things
Okay,
before.
I think I get what you are saying now.
Our people,
But also, people push for eating a lot of okra or drinking okra liquid.
Yeah, because they think
especially
it
when
will
it's
help with
closer
to help with
ease of the labor.
the ease of the labor because they feel the slimy nature, the slimy nature will make the passageway slimy and it's oh my god.
That one I have heard.
I was all no
But-
mind. Oh
But
God,
you see,
help
Doc,
us, oh.
because you mentioned the spectrum, right?
Right.
And then you're saying that Down syndrome is on the spectrum.
Right.
Which one would you say is higher or far advanced on the scale if you're looking at Down syndrome and then autism?
Advanced which way? Problematically or
Yes.
Like challenge.
Which one is
challenge
the
wise?
worst?
it's more challenging?
Yeah.
I can't measure both because
There's
to
no
everybody and how the person is
standardization
dealing
of
with it.
each one,
Yeah,
Okay.
we've not really measured them because they are all on that child, problems with childbirth. We put all of them there, developmental challenges and all that. We put all of them. Even there are situations where maybe a child can be born with one arm or one arm not developing properly. We've seen those people with arms, not
Yeah.
limbs not developing properly. All these are challenges that come with pregnancy and then, reproduction. Actually, let's use the word reproduction. But you see, let's not forget that when we are talking about advanced age for a woman and the challenges that there is for her child, right? We should also know that with men, we also have your age also brings risk to a child.
If yes, but we're talking about Down syndrome. So if I'm getting, I just don't want us to digress and generalize.
For the men, what would it be?
No, that's what I want to stay away from.
Doc,
This is not
what
the
would it
men-
be for the men?
No. This is not the men versus. This is not. I've turned your mic off. We are not doing men versus women here. We are dealing with the facts from the doctor. We can do men versus women later. Doc, you are saying that. That's why I asked that exclusively. Exclusive. The woman is the presenter of the 24th chromosome.
Exactly.
Now I want to ask that should a man be elderly and let's say gets a woman in prime age for childbearing.
So we are looking at somewhere between 20, looking at our system,
Yes.
20 to 34-ish.
For a woman?
She's
Yeah.
28, the guy is 55. Or the guy is 60, she's 20.
Right.
Let's,
You are looking at risk of Down syndrome?
Yes.
Zero.
Zero.
Minimal. Minimal. I'm not use zero because there's no zero.
Yeah,
so
there's no
minimal. Let's use
Extremely
minimal.
minimal.
Extremely minimal.
Rare.
Rare. But there are other things you might get.
Okay.
Because he being a man of older age, you can have a sperm quality. Because sperm is what fertilizes the ovum. So if the quality of the sperm is not, it has a genetic malfunction.
Which a man can check before. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've
you
seen
can.
that
Yes, yeah, you
men have
can now.
different
Yeah, they can do that
colours,
right now. You
which
can.
is-
Yeah,
okay,
you can check.
But I mean, in terms of social constructs and where society is at now, how difficult it is for people in your position in terms of advice. Talking to women about age and these things are facts. Scientifically,
Right.
age affects human beings.
Right.
We can't deny these things. But in today's world where wait till you're 40, make all the money in the world before you have a baby, even as ideal as it
That
is
sounds,
not.
yeah.
Yes, as ideal. What would you say to young ladies listening? It's not to go and say get up and go and have a baby.
Oh no.
It's not say this.
No.
It's not say don't chase your dreams.
No.
But again, on the other side of the coin, these things are facts. So how difficult it is it to talk to women about these things?
It's a very difficult conversation because, as you said, you answered most of it by saying that the financial aspect. As soon as you bring it up, that part comes in. That if I have a child, do I have the system, the support system to help the child grow to be what he needs to be to get to his full potential, right? And the question is, at that point, she'll tell you no, right? Then you have the other aspect of it where I achieve everything, I get everything, and unfortunately for me, at a certain age, I'm finding it difficult to get a partner, or I'm finding it difficult to get the right partner, or I'm too old to have a child, right? Then you have that part too.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately for them, the system is against them a bit. Because most of us, if you ask generations before, most of them had children by 22, 23, 24. If you look at our ages,
I'll fight you on that. The system is not against anybody. The system has allocated times within nature where each decision is optimal.
right?
And if you choose to execute a decision at a time which is not optimal,
You'd bear
that
the
doesn't mean the
consequences.
system is against you.
No, but sometimes it's
I'm
not.
talking
It's
about
not
the- I'm talking
based
about the
on
education
decisions.
timeline.
I think that timelines are different
Our-
based
our-
on individuals.
let me-
Everyone
No, I mean,
has their-
timelines are the same.
No.
He's saying based on scientific nature.
scientific
Oh,
timelines,
scientific.
scientific
Okay.
timelines are the same.
Okay.
Are the same, but it's the human being who is on that pathway
Yes, but that path is always taken most likely by choice.
by choice. Yes, exactly.
You understand?
Yes.
Because that's the question I was just going to ask. That the women who we hear, my clock is ticking, I'm growing, I
Right,
need to
right.
we hear all these social narratives, and sometimes we think it's jazz. You understand that? Why are women?
But there's a
under
lot of truth in
pressure?
it, yeah, a lot of
But
truth
it's
in
a
it.
biological jazz.
Yeah.
That is not you saying that, Chinchin, I have to find a man and marry. It's that you have been given a natural set of whatever inside you that has its time for prime function. Where if you hit the hammer on the thing,
Yeah.
100% score.
Delivery.
Fact.
But if you chair and you go and hit it at the wrong time, the risk is on you.
Right.
That is not anybody's doing or up to choice. That is the law of nature
Fact.
that you have to apply to. It's like
Right.
falling in water and trying to breathe. You will drown. No matter how much you say, I want to breathe in the water, that's your choice to want to breathe in water.
Because
But
it's not your nature.
it's not your nature. So I don't want us to phrase it like
Yeah.
it's,
Okay. So then we'll take it back. Yeah. So you have a point there. In
Thank
this,
you.
because let's go back to, let's even use SS. Let's start from SS. Most people are done with SS by what, 18, 19?
Maybe
These
15,
days.
16.
15 SS.
this has gone down. It's
Yeah.
not our time.
It's not our time.
Relax.
24 days.
Oh, you finish SS, finish SS. Finish SS, then your adults are
Maybe 15, 16.
Wait. We had seniors who were men.
People are going,
Like, you know.
people are going
Go past
to
the
university. People are going into university 17, 18.
So
1100.
so we can't use that. So let's use theirs. So let's say 17, right? 4 years degree, right?
So 22.
22 national service 1 year.
So let's say you don't even,
25.
people have, like you said, choices. So let's say after university you have 10 years. I think 10 years is a fair enough time, Chairman.
So that's 17 plus.
decade.
That's 17 plus or 10. That's 27.
No, that's 22 plus 10. That's a
32.
decade. If you enter university at 17, 18.
Oh, okay,
you do 4
university
years,
after university. Okay, 10.
Just a decade.
You have a
It's-
decade.
It's not enough. Or I'm
Oh, it
counting
is.
for
But I also think that individual preferences play when it comes to these things.
That's what
Do
you
you
said,
understand?
choices.
Yes, but you do the consequences.
what I'm saying is that-
he's saying that that's fine.
Regardless of whatever.
saying that
it is.
while you are dealing with there's no good guys and there's no this and the guy cheated on me and I don't like him and he's this.
Time is going.
That one is not anybody's fault. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Time is going.
Yeah.
So while you are making your choices, let your choices be made in the context of your reality.
Right.
That while I am being whatever I am being, blah blah blah, know that if I finally go and decide at age 40, I am deciding at a time where my risk factor is
Higher.
Is high.
Yeah.
So that we don't make it sound like a blame thing.
Yeah.
That's why.
So it's like it's raining outside, and you need to go out.
There's some going out that you don't take umbrella. You just want to pick something from your car.
Yeah,
you
come
you
on.
do like this as if the rain won't beat you, and you go and take it. There's another one that you know that if you don't take umbrella and raincoat, boom. I'm just saying that we are responsible
For the
our-
outcome. The
Down
outcome.
syndrome is not like COVID or influenza
Malaria.
or malaria that a mosquito has traced you through the net to come and bite you and you have malaria. That's not Down syndrome. Down syndrome only comes by the understanding
Chromosomal,
of
yeah.
chromosomal that
Abnormalities,
the
yeah.
woman is not in her prime.
Right.
That is the information I'm getting.
Right.
If the woman is 22 years old, like you said, or even 32 years old,
Which it can happen still.
which it can happen still.
I was just going to ask.
That's what I was asking. I'm not saying. I'm asking.
Because we spoke about it. We spoke about it in the sense that if you have your period early, those timelines are changing for
Changing
you.
for you, yeah.
If you have it late, then you are pushing a lot of numbers forward. Because we
So-
agree that there's a final number.
So that's the question I'm asking. That each woman has her own clock, more or less,
Right.
and
Which is different from every.
exactly. So there's no one size fits all. But the bottom line is that from when your clock started ticking, which I'm assuming is first,
First blood.
first menstruation.
Yeah, first menstruation, sorry.
From that clock, there's an extended time to which the viability of eggs and all this
Womb and,
exists. So the responsibility is to know thyself and share the life according
Oh, I
to.
know,
Because
follow.
you just
That
told us that if the guy is
Crazy.
saying, Obo Dimbi, Obo number
50, oh my boy, 50.
No, I said
I didn't
60.
mention
Somebody else.
any
Let's say if the guy is 60 or 70,
Right.
and the girl is 28,
Right.
we are still in the safe space. That's what you are saying.
No, I
not-
don't think that's what it is.
That's what-
because
I'm saying that.
if the guy is also too old and the
No, he said
girl
not. He said not Down
Hey, I
syndrome.
know
He said
somebody
there
who's 72.
He said
Go
there
ahead.
are other factors.
I'm not gonna lie you.
He said there
Let
are
me-
other factors with weak sperm and
Yeah.
other factors, but we were talking about Down's
Syndrome.
syndrome. That's what I was asking him.
Okay, so how about that?
Yeah. How about
If the girl is 28 and the guy is way older,
That's
He
what
said
I
it's
already
fine.
answered
he
it.
answered already.
I mean,
No, I
95.
didn't.
He said near zero.
near zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said you
Oh,
can't say
okay.
absolute zero because in science they don't say that.
Okay.
Now, producer has shared some wonderful information that let's see, we're almost going to close. But let me break everybody's heart before we close. In the United States, around 74% of parents who receive a prenatal diagnosis choose to terminate the pregnancy.
God.
74%.
I told you. He said, no,
In Australia, it's 90%. In the United Kingdom, it's 90%. In other European countries, it's between 97 and 99%. With 97 in Denmark and 99 in Iceland. They don't want stress. There is no single percentage for the rate of Down syndrome pregnancy continuation in Africa due to a lack of comprehensive data, but studies in South Africa indicate a much lower continuation rate compared to other regions, with only 1.4% of black women terminating the pregnancy after a prenatal diagnosis.
So it's low in black women. You see, the termination is low in black women. Do you know why?
Empathy.
Because apart from that, we don't find out.
Oh.
There's no specific test to test that. If I do this test, I'll find Down syndrome. The tests that are there, they are like check marks that shows you high risk of, high chance of Down syndrome. You get that thing? It's like a graph.
It's not specific.
It's not specific. The only specific one that can be done is for them to take a sample from their fetus and test it, which is also 1% chance of the child, getting aborted or miscarried. So the numbers are really high. As he said, they don't want stress.
Makes a lot.
But we have so many amazing Down syndrome people in society.
95, 99. Oh, bro.
That's a large number.
Yeah, 99.
Charlie.
99, that means, yeah.
See, everybody has gone quiet because
And that's what I said. Let me break our hearts before we close.
like
I think in Ghana,
because
are there any? What's the support system like in Ghana from a medical and a social perspective? Forget about the rich people who can afford the specialized nannies, and there's a driver, and there's take him to daycare and take him to the park and all these things. What is the general support system like in Ghana?
the first support system you get is you are told the challenges you're about to face, what to expect, what you'll be seeing, what to do in that moment, when you should come for checkup and all that. But beyond that, you are basically on your own.
Does it predispose them to other illnesses, general illnesses?
Yeah, it predisposes some of them to blood-related disease like leukemia.
You mentioned the heart.
Yeah, blood leukemia is one. Then heart. There's sometimes they can have what we call local balance, hole in heart, where the deoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood is mixing up because the septum is not malformation of the septum. This same thing can even happen in normal children actually.
Yeah,
you know,
but
but
is the risk
it's higher in them than yes. So when we talk about childbirth, we talk about pregnancy, and we talk about maternity and obstetrics and gynecology, reproduction in general, as a general term, it's a very big conversation about the when, and even the how. Because before we even end, my heart goes out to my roommate from Presec. I don't want to mention his name, but if he's watching, yeah, he lost his wife. He lost his wife, and we are laying her to rest this weekend.
Our condolences.
She was young. Vera, wherever you are, we know you're in the bosom of the Lord, and we'll take off our brother. We'll be there for him this weekend.
Our condolences.
To go and say that I'm going to hospital to have a child and then not to come back. I'm praying for a time where we'll not be hearing these things anymore.
Yeah. I was almost there, but I'll tell you about it later.
You see, and also I think that sometimes when these things happen, the people who are responsible for these pregnant women should show more concern. Not every pregnant woman has the same strength. Okay, not every pregnancy.
So that's
is the
family.
same.
That's the family system, the healthcare system. Everybody.
If someone complains, just
my
and is
hair,
pregnant,
yeah.
Let's pay attention. It's not like sanet here, unyima sanet.
Yeah, you also be hearing that
people
thing,
say
the general thing
a lot,
that,
and they expect that you have a certain level of strength when you are pregnant, but that should not be the case because someone can have 4 good pregnancies, then the fit is bad. You know, they are sick and all of that. So let's pay attention, please. And also the medical personnel.
and times have also changed with the whole
I know
thing.
we are on TV, but if you guys can be honest, Jason, would you terminate?
I don't believe I have that power to. No.
Oh, you want political questions?
Oh no, I'm talking from a religious perspective. I mean,
so religious.
So no, because of that, no, I can't. I can't. No.
Lenny, would you?
No.
The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want.
How much terminate to say the Lord is your shepherd?
I've answered.
You do.
Is a yes or no
you answer
question?
the Lord is your goalkeeper or the Lord is your shepherd?
The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want. That's my answer. How about you?
Yeah.
Cyril? Would you terminate?
I'm in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'll say no.
I have to be like-
Hey, Charlie, no.
Let's leave you with that stinking, putrid, pungent question.
Would you?
In unfortunate circumstances,
Would you?
would you? And on that note, we'll see you tomorrow right here on 3 Music TV for Culture Day. The name is Cyril. I've been here with Lenny, Dr. Chris, and Jason. Peace out.